Namaste, Kimcho, Marunam Krische, Mane Karab Gujarati Boloche, Pan Hum Shakish. Hi everyone. I'm Chris Thackeray, and I don't speak Gujarati very well, but I'm studying. Hi everyone, YaketyThack, and today I just wanted to share some personal things about the language learning and study process that work very well for me, and maybe they'll help you as well. But one of the first most important issue is I'm still having fun. Always have the fun, and you'll continue to progress. No matter how small it is, if you're having fun, you'll see that it was a progression, not that you could have progressed further, but you didn't. It's just every gain is something that you can be happy about. But an accent, okay? Certain dialects will force certain accents when people speak, let's say English. You can tell that this person has got a thick whatnot accent, whatever it is. All right. The thing that's important about it for me is I won't change how I pronounce a word if it's understood by the majority of people that I use the word with. I won't change the way I say it if it's only due to the accent. People are saying, "Oh, that's odd. It sounds odd with your accent." Well, it's my accent. My accent is expressing me using the medium of language. If I change my accent, then to be like the other everyone, that's called mimicry. And I'm not learning language so that I can mimic. I've mimicked a lot of things my entire life. And there's nothing wrong with mimicry. I'm not saying yay or nay, any of that. For me, my accent is me. It's personal. I've developed through every experience I've had in life has helped me with whatever accent that I have. As long as it's not sounding slurred or unintelligible, blah, 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 I will never actually attempt to change my accent in any language. That's me. That's what makes the encounter special with, let's say, a native speaker that doesn't anticipate a certain level of skill in conversing with them. And I have a special, unique sound to go with that unique encounter. It further enhances the effect of all the things I'm attempting to gain from learning other languages and their culture. You automatically start absorbing facts and knowledge about the culture. And to get into something kind of like that, today I learned the word quiet in Gujarati and it's shant. Okay, but it's like in Roman script you would type it Shant, and as an English growing up household it was shh. But you made me think. Okay, as a child I didn't know the word quiet before I knew what shh meant, and as far as I can tell, the Sanskrit that Gujarati is derived from is far older than the English that shh came from. So somewhere along the lines, English has borrowed shh from shan't. Okay, and then something else that it's just a natural history thought, but I was able to surmise it from just sitting there thinking, not like I'm Plato, I'm not saying like this. What I mean is the word car. It dawned on me all of a sudden because culturally I was exposed to the knowledge that a term for the first automobile was a horseless carriage. And oh, car is short for carriage. There's no horse. Now it's a car. And if you look it up, okay, people will say that it came from root of Roman Latin and then a little closer along the lines from an old Northern French language called Gaulish, Gaul, the Gauls, okay? And a side note about these people, the Gauls, they used to ride horses into war, but the enemy didn't see them on the horse because they would hang off the sides of the necks and hide their bodies along the front flank, the front shoulder and withers of the horse and its head, and they would steer it. And all of a sudden, there's 600 horses that turn left, and now there's 600 guys painted blue coming to kill you. All right, so that's the little history lesson that I just absolutely accidentally encountered. All this information, it rekindles some things that I had just because of learning languages, and things go click, click, click. Where does this come from? We borrowed it from there. So for me to say that I'm studying a language is what I would say every time, no matter how proficient I deem myself to be in the language or the other person. Oh my gosh, you speak so well. Well, I speak these words well because I'm purposely using tools in my toolbox. All right? I'm not trying to go to the trampoline And backflip, I've never been on them really, right? I'm not going to go to the Olympics with you for trampolining, even though you can. You can't hold my hand as we backflip, okay? I have to know how to do it. Otherwise, we're going to have a jumbled conversation, all right? So if I can say a word, it's great. If I can read a word, it's great. If I can write it, it's awesome. If I can do all three, I consider it a tool I can take out of my Gujarati house in my toolbox, and I can use that tool because I understand multiple functions of that tool when I'm in a conversation with a native speaker. And I really, really feel that the decision to learn the script of Gujarati helped immensely in my understanding of pronunciations. And some of the images that you'll see for them, the way that the vowels work and how sounds are dragged along, and there's an actual physical line that shows you. And you can see it in the Roman script that I'm accustomed to. Block lettering, that's why English is very difficult for a lot of newcomers because it's in block lettering. They're not familiar with, well, how come that R, how do I know it's a R, not a R? It's just an R. And the Gujarati, it seems to make sense. Now, you might think that you really understand how to use words in Gujarati, but some of it's borrowed from Hindi. So you got to be careful with some things that you say. They're very close to, yeah, I don't want to say it, but yes, there's some bad words that are unmistakably bad. Even after you say it, it's like, well, I didn't want my child in earshot hearing you say that, and that's all they heard you say. So as long as I use the tools that I'm skilled with, I will always have a great encounter because I'm not stuck. I put myself or someone else in an embarrassing situation or something that made them upset. And that's never the intent. I just want to meet people and talk to them. And language, if we can both use a saw and work on the same tree, you know, there's no sense having two-man saws with one of us on each end and then switching sides because there's no bridge. And I'm attempting to establish that Gujarati bridge so that I can have a conversation. Hum Mississaugamam verhosa Chilavato Amne Samanya Kamadoroni Jaruhati Rojgar Agency Punjabi Mahila Oni Mokliati Motabanga Angrije Sari Rite Boltanota Mem Temani Pasti Lal An Safid Shika Lal Atava Safid Shtikar Lal Angrijihati Safid Francha Ana Angrijihati Sarad Nokri Saras Nokri Jane Darekene Hasvatiata Te pachi hum krishato matra bos janahim parentu bijivakti te omara mate samos benevice kamperkush loco bijadvash pachoavo mahi sudi chalice te pachi mem rajanum apum ane mari passe practisa curva mate koi nohatum have mani ferite saru curvadu vakatigo geratama.